D.Respect presents Numerology Discovery.
Numerology.com interprets the number 7 as the thinker, the searcher of truth, who doesn't take anything at face value. It's always trying to understand the underlying hidden truths. Do you ever think of Hopsin's discography and how almost none of the major feelings that you've gotten from Hop are connected to his hardware, or is it just me? Traditionally, you form your opinions of an artist through their albums, but for me, it's always been in reverse. Sure, Raw was my favorite of the 4, but the albums don't stick with me as much as the Ill Mind installments do. And speaking of which, Ill Mind 7 just hit the internet several days ago. Hopsin considers the idea of a sinful life due to the uncertainty of the presence of a divine being, which means no purpose, no love, no moral guidance, no good deeds, and no afterlife. No, but seriously, there are two types of religious records, the external and the internal. The external is asking God to protect them from enemies or competitors and the attainment of money. And that's about it. The internal is asking for guidance to discover true virtue, restraint, patience. The big difference between both, and what sticks with me, is the fact that if enemies didn't exist and money had no value, this person wouldn't acknowledge a deity. Whereas the internal record is exactly that. It's not contingent on anything outside of itself. Ill Mind 7 tops all the other videos on this series, with 4 at a close second, 3, then 5, number 1, 6, and 2. By no means do I relate with anything said in this song, and yes, it's a bit melodramatic, but I guess when you have Hopsin and a subject like religion, melodrama is unavoidable. With that said, Ill Mind 7 was authentic and seemed to suggest a transformation coming in the near future. But as epic and corny as some of these records may come across, when rappers like Kanye, Macklemore, Drake, and Hopsin show you how truly vulnerable they are, they're walking the road less traveled, and that should always be respected. Numerology.com interprets the number 7 as the thinker, the searcher of truth, who doesn't take anything at face value. It's always trying to understand the underlying hidden truths. Now, this isn't my truth, and it may or may not be yours, but Ill Mind 8 cannot come soon enough.